Good morning, dear children. Welcome back to today's geography class. So, today we will discuss a new chapter. We will start a new chapter, the fourth chapter. So, before that, as you know from the earlier classes, from the small classes itself, you are learning about the basic needs of human beings. You know what are they? So, the basic needs include, yes, first one, food, then water, shelter, clothing, etc. So these are the important or the basic needs of human beings, and each one of us remain or stay for satisfying these basic needs. So we want to do so many activities in order to satisfy each of these basic needs, isn't it? So we will start today's class, or we will start the new chapter, that is about agriculture. That means the food we eat mainly come from, or the sources of, the important sources of food that we eat every day, that mainly comes from, yes, of course, plants and animals, isn't it? Yes, plants and animals are the two important sources of our food. So we are not making our own food. Human beings are not making our own food. We are depending on plants and animals, and in our surroundings. So which among them is the producer? It is known as producer. Yes, plants, the green plants. So green plants are known as producers because they are making the food. And we, the people, the human beings and animals are uh, depending on them for our food. Isn't it? So let us have a look about food. And in a day we are having different types of food items, which coming both from animals and also plants. So how we are depending on the plants or animals for our food requirement? Yes, through agriculture. Yes, agriculture is the process through which we are depending on the plants, especially plants, not only plants, we are depending on animals also. They are also included in agriculture practices. So agriculture, through agriculture we are getting our food. That means there are some people who cultivate different types of crops and provide them to us, isn't it? And we are purchasing these food items or different types of food materials from nearby shops or shopping malls or from supermarkets, isn't it? Yes. So we are learning today about agriculture. Okay. So the main sources are plants and animals. So the food we eat comes mainly from plants and animals. You know that. So how this changes means a plant to a finished food product. There are so many processes. There involves mainly three types of activities. They are known as economic activities. That means the transformation from a plant to a finished product. Okay, so we are first moving on to discuss the important economic activities. Okay, so mainly there are three types of economic activities. Three types. That means first one, primary activity. Okay, primary. Then second one, secondary. And third one, tertiary. Okay, so these are the important economic activities around us. That means these economic activities produce different types of food items or finished product that we need in order to satisfy our basic needs. Okay, so let us have a detailed look about each of these. So, primary activities include all those connected with extraction and production of natural resources. Okay, so you can see some pictures here. From the pictures, you can understand which are the important primary activities. For example, agriculture, then fishing, then gathering timber or whatever we get from the forest, then mining, all these extraction of minerals from the nature, all these are included in the primary activities. That means we are using these natural resources as such. Okay, directly we are connected with the nature. They include fishing, farming, then collecting forest products, then mining, quarrying, all these things. Okay, so that is about primary activities. So in this picture, you can see some other activities. They include mainly industries, isn't it? Industries. So there are so many types of industries. So these industries or the processing of the natural resources, they are known as secondary activity. Okay, so secondary activities mainly include processing of the natural resources collected. That means mainly manufacturing industries like iron and steel industry, then different types of food processing industries, then weaving clothes, that means textile industries, then processing edible oil, sugar industry, all these are included in the secondary activities. Okay, that means the secondary activity mainly include, yes, industries, processing of natural resources. Okay, then the third one is tertiary sector. It mainly includes services. Okay, and it is the main source of income to a country. The national income, for example, the national income of our country, it is mainly the important part or the primary part of the income of our country comes from service sector or tertiary sector. Okay, so the tertiary sector include services like healthcare, banking, restaurants, law, retail purchases means shops, then transport and distribution, then education, insurance, all these come under the category of tertiary sector. So the third or the tertiary sector include mainly the services. Which are the services? Like healthcare, then banking, restaurants, law, retail purchases or retail services, then transport and distribution, then tourism, education, insurance, all these are coming under tertiary sector. So these are the basic or the three important economic activities. Okay, so next we are moving on to, yes, agriculture. What do you mean by agriculture? Okay, so agriculture or farming, cultivation, that means the science and art of cultivating on soil, raising crops, then rearing livestock, etc. Or we can say it is the science or practice of farming, including cultivation of soil for the growing of crops and rearing of animals. So, farming or agriculture include raising different types of food crops. Not only food crops, there are some other crops like fiber crops, for example jute, cotton, silk, all these things. Then other industrial items, that means sugar, all these things come from agriculture. Okay, not only this cultivation of crops, they include, yes, rearing animals or animal husbandry. So that is about agriculture. And in your textbook, there are given so many types of agriculture, not types, some important types of cultivation. Yes, first among them is sericulture. Okay, sericulture means, yes, commercial farming or rearing of silkworms. Okay, it may supplement the income of the farmer. So, rearing silkworm for obtaining silk fiber from which silk clothes are made. They are much costlier than the cotton or other synthetic types of clothes that we are using. So sericulture means commercial rearing of silkworms. Okay. The next one is pisciculture. So pisciculture means, yes, breeding of fish in especially constructed tanks and ponds. You may know that nowadays we are not, sometimes we are not getting fish. That means, so in our surrounding nearby area, some people may rear different types of fish varieties. That is, they are freshwater fish, but we get this fish especially from, yes, they are obtaining from, yes, fishing from the seas and oceans. Okay. Yes, so pisciculture means breeding of fish in specially constructed tanks and ponds. That is about pisciculture. Okay. The next one is viticulture. Okay. Viticulture means cultivation of grapes. Okay. The next one, it is about horticulture. Horticulture means growing vegetables, fruits, flowers, etc. for commercial use. Different types of fruits may be there, vegetables are there, then flowers are there. All these together is known as horticulture. Okay. So horticulture include cultivation of fruits, different types of fruits or vegetables or flowers. Okay, so these are the different aspects of agriculture. Then there are some favorable conditions. There should be some favorable conditions for cultivating different types of crops. That means cultivation of a crop or the favorable condition for cultivating rice may not be the requirement for wheat. There are some different aspects or factors which uh, favor the growth of different types of crops. Okay, that we can discuss in the coming classes. Please go through the textbook. It is a very small topic that we have discussed today. Please go through that, read that. If you find any difficulty in that, I will rectify it. You can contact me. Okay, dear children. Okay, thank you.